Hello, Scorpio. Elsie here to do your reading for the week ahead. How the heck are you, Scorpio? Thank you so much for clicking here. Whether you are a Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Jupiter Scorpio, or if you're a cross-watcher, you're always welcome. Please know that I mostly read from Scorpio's point of view, but you might get some clarity watching this too as a cross-watcher. So thank you so much for clicking here. So if you are the first one here and you've never been here before, I hope you'll stay. You know where that subscribe button is. And if you would be so kind as to reach out and hit that thumbs up for me. We're trying to find more Scorpios here. And as I'm getting more and more excited to see more and more views on the Scorpio videos, I think we are slowly finding a bigger Scorpio tribe. So thank you for those of you who are doing that. Oh yeah, we're not doing that first, are we? Nope, we're doing this. All right. Scorpio, so I'm here to do a reading for your week ahead. I do a sneak peek for the week and it's already out. That comes at the beginning of the week, so you have a short reading in there. And then I come up with this reading for the week ahead. It's always for the week ahead when you find it. If you're interested in a private read, please do look below in the description. You will find a yellow dot which has my email address. Also a link to Wizio. You don't have to email me first. But if you have questions about any of my packages, go ahead and email me. All right. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Scorpio, please. Tell me about Scorpio. All right. We have the stillness. Oh, right there, huh? Big blessings coming, Scorpio. Big blessings coming. You're nervous about taking a risk because you're very planned and methodical. I think that you don't like to take risks here, but there's a situation coming up that's going to bring huge blessings and it's going to call for you to be successfully flexible. Yeah, I think you're going to have to learn how to be flexible. But look at this. I feel like in the stillness that you are in transformation. You might be at a time in your life right now where there's not a whole lot going on. Maybe you're spending a lot of time alone. In the stillness, we see one swan. Swans usually mate. They mate for life, but this one's by itself. It feels like there's in this transformational energy that you're about to speak up. You're about to say something. I think the transformation has allowed you to be more honest with yourself and therefore being honest with others. The stillness, it feels like you want to transform the energy of the stillness. Your third eye is open. You got clarity while you were in the stillness. And I think that you thought that because it was quiet, it was the end, but it was just stillness. It's like the space between two notes of music, right? Sometimes there needs to be silence in order to have the biggest impact. So I feel like that's where you were. You were in the stillness, and maybe you looked at it as like the status quo or nothing much is happening here. It's very quiet. I don't understand why it's so quiet where I am. But I think all the while you were growing and transforming here. You're coming to some realizations because it's heavy purple here, right? Third eye, clarity. In the stillness is where you get the clarity. You know, the corporate world is very loud, and that's their whole MO, is to keep you from listening to the inner self, to keep you from being in the stillness. It's really loud out there. There's no way transformation is going on unless you're spending time by yourself. True enough. All right, let's get one of these. Quantum Oracle. For Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, please. For the week ahead, Scorpio. What else do we need to know about Scorpio? Oh, look at that. I love it. The transformation, whatever changes, whatever transforms, whether it is the stillness or the quiet or just a transformational energy, it brings peace. Yeah. It brings peace. It brings softer words. It brings realizations from downloads. I feel like you're looking at the sky more these days. It might have something to do with what you've learned about astrology, but I feel like that there's planets all lined up here. And it feels like maybe you've been the one out taking pictures of the lined up planets, or you have a different outlook is what I want to say. That although you do see opportunity in the distance that may be a little scary, I think that the peace that you approach things with, whether it be relationship or obstacles, or trying to rise above the bullshit. I just saw a little air balloon there. Yeah, it feels like whatever it is, that transformation here has given you a peace about you, a stillness within you, and you have a peace about you now. I love it. That's beautiful energy for you. The thing is to realize as well that, we do see the swan on top of the water, and although they do glide, their little feet are going 100 miles an hour underneath the surface. They have to paddle to where they are. So sometimes whatever's still on the surface, there can still be transformation going on underneath. But isn't that you, right? Aren't you the Scorpio? You are the King of Cups, right? You are the one who is stoic on the surface. You're not going to let them see you sweat, or not going to let them see that you're going through a transformation. In your transformation, I think there is acceptance. I'm learning to accept things that I cannot change. And I think this goes along with the purple theme. I think your third eye is being cranked open in a merciless way. I feel like there's an acceptance and a peace, like I just can't change it. It is what it is. There's nothing I can do to change it. There's no need to worry. Yeah. It's the clarity of knowing that it is what it is. There isn't anything I can do. There's nothing I can do to help the situation. I'm learning that worry does not change an outcome. Loneliness. I know that I'm never alone. So you might be someone who is single. Someone has had acceptance and peace. I'm no longer going to worry about it. I'm going to let the universe take care of it. I trust in the transformation. Wow. That's pretty cool. That's some pretty badass energy. Like, I'm feeling it as, wow. Yeah, absolutely. Somebody really does understand who they are. And it's because of clarity. I think you've received clarity in the transformation, or we wouldn't be looking at all this blue and purple. Yeah. Tell me more about Scorpio, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Take that one. This one fell out first. I'll take that one as well. We have the Knight of Wands. We have the Nine of Wands. Somebody's quickly dropped some burdens after their transformation. I don't want these burdens anymore. I now have peace. Knight of Wands is instability. The Knight of Wands is instability, impulsivity, not a whole lot of balance, but it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of passion. I'm very passionate about it. We have the Nine of Wands and the King of Wands. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and just guess that maybe you have some fire in your chart, but maybe you could be dealing with someone who has fire in their chart. Just listening. No, you're not going to allow it anymore. You're not going to allow the instability and the impulsivity and someone who's been coming in and out of your life. I feel like in the transformation, you find peace in this. You're like, yeah, I've been hurt too much. I'm not going to give someone else an opportunity to come in and hurt me again. The Knight of Wands is here, and the Nine of Wands, I believe that's the 10. We can drop those burdens. It's the end of the cycle. We've got the King of Wands, who is Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. The King of Wands is someone who has grown regardless of their raisin. Yeah, they were, how can I say, rise above your raisin. That's what I want to say. Y'all, that's not even the way I talk. Isn't that like Southern, rise above your raisin? I want to say it with an accent. I don't even say y'all. Like, nobody where I live says y'all. I don't know. Keep saying I'm somebody's Meemaw from a lifetime ago. I had a feeling I was in that chair, in that rocking chair on the porch. All right, here we go. Tell me more about Scorpio. Maybe you are someone who lives in the South. Rise above your raisin. I feel like you were someone who had to rise above your raising. Like, I feel like you didn't have a very stable home life. There was really no stability in your childhood life, is what I want to say, or your teenager life. But I think that you've grown to the King of Wands anyway, because, you know, the King of Wands is forged through fire, right? We have the Eight of Wands, we have the Eight of Cups, we have the Ten of Cups. As we're looking at this, the cups are moons in this deck. We've got the King of Swords in the reverse. Just listening. It's curious energy. So I feel as though you are someone after your transformation that just really isn't going to stand for anyone who's coming into your life to cause instability. I feel like you have peace now after this transformation and the acceptance of what is. And the Eight of Moons tells me, with the Knight of Wands, tells me that you're going to walk away from any shenanigans, that you're not into the Knight of Wands energy. You're not into someone just busting into your life and upsetting it, wanting you to drop your, whatever you're doing, Scorpio, for them. I don't think you're into it anymore. I think you're like, I'm going to distance myself from that. I'm not going to be there for everybody who wants me anymore. I think that there is something here. The Nine of Wands is, you know, first of all, I think you're really, really brave, because I feel like you really had a hard time moving up to this King of Wands energy. And I don't know what time in your life it took place, but it feels as though you had a hard raising, and it caused you to carry a lot of burdens from the past. And that might be why you're in the King of Wands energy first, because it's familiar. Yeah. The Ten of Moons. Now, I think that, you know, the thing is, I think that ultimately you do want the happiness. You do want the family. You do want all of that. But it feels like you're in the Nine of Wands energy. Like, I feel you feel that either you're not worthy, or you don't have, you just don't have the energy to do it again. You know, that's what it feels like. I really do want the Ten of Cups. I want the happiness, but I need to get out of this energy first. I think you do, by the way. I think you will, but I think this is your current block. I'm just going to get hurt again. It never works out for me. I feel like it's all of these things from the past that you've carried in that accumulates to the Nine of Wands. But I think you're about to drop these burdens here. I feel like you king up here, but also what I want to say is that I don't think you have a whole lot of good things to say about being in a committed relationship or in a family situation, or it feels almost like you don't see the logic in it. And I think you don't see the logic in it because of the Nine of Wands. Someone might say to you, like, when are you getting married? And you're like, no, I'm not doing that thing again. I think it's because the King of Swords is in the reverse. And I don't think you trust it. I don't think that you trust this energy. I think the only energy that you trust right now is this, because this is all really brand new. I think you're trying to find how to live in the peace and still have your fire. We have Death card. Something is coming to an end. What's that? Ten of Swords. Okay. So there is a new beginning here. Because you walked away from something, you took charge of a situation and you walked away from it, or are going to walk away from it in the future. And we have the Emperor, the Six of Swords. So the Emperor walking away from this ending and transforming the energy, bringing the Ten of Swords to an end. I no longer want to feel bad, that somebody stuck the knife in the back. I think that you just run off and just start transforming energy, because now you know how to do it. And I've always said this too, right? It's like when we stay out of the doorway and we are in the flow, this is what happens here. Then you start to realize, yeah, I've been hurt a lot. I'm the Nine of Wands, completely brave. I've gone through all of this up to here, but I think that the Nine of Wands is saying that I can handle it. It's only healing. I can do it. I can do the healing. I know how to heal. I keep getting hurt over and over and over again. You know, it's the healing that I can do. I know how to do that stuff. We could be dealing, you could be dealing with two kings. One might be Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. The other one could be Aries, Gemini, Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. Don't know why I went to Gemini. Let's take a look at Lenormand. All right. Making a decision about balance. I need to pick the right path. Card number 22 tells me somebody is wanting balance with another person. There's 2 twos there, and to me 2 plus, it's like 2 people, and then we have 2 and 2 is 4, and that's stability. I think you're going to make the right choice. I think you made the right choice by distancing yourself from the Knight of Wands. Whether you're feminine or masculine. This person was trying to rock your world, trying to see if they could just get you to drop what you were doing for them. I think you're not about it anymore. I think you're focused on stability. I'm going to take a door, I'm going to be educated about it, and then I'm going to get some balance. I think you dream about a day when you will have a family, or the 10 of Cups, to be honest. This is the dreaming or ethereal energy. And we've got the 10 of Swords in the bottom right-hand corner. I always see this card as rising above the bullshit. And I think that's what you're doing here with the 9 of Swords up here and the 10 of Moons. I feel like it is your dream and you're rising above the bullshit. I feel like you want to end a cycle of sadness, of overthinking. I think you just want to drop whatever this is here, and I think you just want to rise above the bullshit, because really ultimately your dream is to have ultimate happiness, right? The apex of happiness is the 10 of Cups. It's all of it, right? It's the family, it's happiness in emotions, it's abundance, it's all of it. Tell me about the King of Wands and the King of Swords. Interesting. So I'm going to say that some of you do have a choice between 2. Could be a fire sign and an air sign. And I feel that no matter what path you take, it will be abundant. Now, that being said, there is a third king here. So we have the King of Wands, we have the King of Swords in the reverse, and then we have the King of Pentacles on the bottom right-hand corner. So we have 3 kings here, which tells me it's pre-emperor energy. You could be someone who is working towards being the emperor, maybe having a business, going out on your own, and maybe you'll be paying employees or taking action, like taking control of a situation, taking control of your money. That's what this money in abundance here. But it feels like you have been learning the lessons of the kings, is what I want to say, whether you're feminine or masculine. I think this is the one you're working on right now, is your delivery. I think that you're good with the King of Wands. I think that you do come past this 9 of Wands energy and you do king up. You get a little more balanced. You know, you stay passionate about everything and you'll never forget what happened in the past, but you are going to move forward and take action, I think, towards your finances. Balancing your finances, I think, is what you're working on. And I feel as though you're learning how to have a delivery as it pertains to when you're working with someone in the financial field that sees that you're a real go-getter. I think that the King of Swords is the energy that you're supposed to be working on right now, and that is how to deliver information in a way that's not harsh. I think that your words are harsh. And when it comes to your abundance, I think you're like, where's my abundance? But I feel as though you've got the lessons about your pentacles and the lessons about your fire, but you don't necessarily yet have the lessons complete about how to say the thing you want to say. Feels like you want to take a risk in love. You're tired of losing. You're tired of being in sadness. You need some type of change. Some type of change possibly in love. You need to see things from a higher perspective. I think you're looking at maybe sending a message to someone. I'm just saying. That's what I'm seeing in the future here. right. Scorpio, I think that you are very connected to someone. The star shows her connected to the universe and connected to the ground, as done on earth, done in heaven. It feels like it's an ongoing connection, and the connection never stops. It feels like there is somebody who is walked away from the drama, is what I want to say. Scorpio, I think it's you. You're like, I'm out of the drama. I need my balance. I need to heal and make better decisions about my stability. Queen of Pentacles in the bottom right hand corner. And so I feel like you did walk away from any kind of dramatic situation. I think that you're going to remain silent in any sort of dramatic situation, or anyone who brings you the bullshit. I think you're rising above the bullshit. I think that you're learning how to deal with people that are not self-aware or not awake. I feel like your dreams are coming true if you want them. You've got the 10 of Cups and you have the 4 of Wands. I feel like this is part of your abundance. And I feel like you know that you do want some type of stable relationship here. But I feel as though you are currently working on stacking your pentacles. I think you're very focused on your abundance and money and material things right now. So I think that the 4 of Wands, although it is a dream at this time, I think is on the back burner. Tell me what the challenge is here for Scorpio. What's the challenge for Scorpio? The challenge is getting out of the hanged energy. I feel like the challenge is, it's like you haven't quite decided to move forward, but you're not looking back. It feels like you need to have some type of an epiphany, and that's what the challenge is. Right now you're in silence, I think, and you're thinking about the dream. Am I brave enough to have my dream? Am I brave enough to move forward? I think you will. I think that this right now is a stall. You're not really sure whether you're ready to surrender or make some kind of a sacrifice in order to have the 4 of Wands. I don't think that's where you are right now. I think right now you're just dreaming about it and thinking about it. It's an ethereal energy that I'm getting. And once you stop dreaming, I think that you're going to, materialize things here. Yeah. All right. There is a tower in the distance here, my friend, and it's going to put a fire under your butt to be very truthful and honest with someone. Someone that you've been holding on to and someone that you really want to move forward with. I think the reason you're doing it is because either it's retrograde or destiny. But we have we have the Wheel of Fortune here, right? The Wheel of Fortune is dragging you off to a brand new start here. I don't know that you're going to receive it really well. Yeah. It's hard for you to change, right? You're a fixed sign, just like me. I'm a Taurus sun. You're a fixed sign. So what I feel is that you haven't really let anyone know that you've been holding on to something, and it's a new beginning, I think. A new beginning that you have not made a decision about yet, but you're thinking about speaking to someone so you can drop some burdens, I feel. All right, I'm going to leave it here for now. Thank you so much, Scorpio, for coming and watching, and I will go for now. Of course, I will see you again. Thank you very much for watching up to here. I'm out for now. Thanks, Scorpio. Bye-bye.